Hi everyone, today we'll talk about Boeing or BA, and we're going to talk about if this stock is a buy into 2019. Now previously I have held Boeing shortly into 2017 and quite a lot of 2018, so I have owned this stock before. Overall, I think this stock is a great stock. I'm going to be talking about if I'm going to buy shares a bit later on into the company, into the video, and my full opinion on it, but we'll get stuck into some kind of information about the stock first before we get to that point. Boeing of 2008's performance was 10% year to date, roughly about that. It really got hurt with the China trade war and every news that were coming out about that. That kind of held the stock back quite a bit. But it is a market leader in its sector, which is also one thing that I say when investing into a company. I always like to go for that market leader in that sector, and Boeing is definitely one of them. It has a massive control in that sector that it's in. First thing to realise with Boeing is it gets judged quite heavily on its deliveries. You'll hear quite often that a lot of companies have placed plane orders. That comes out quite a bit, and they have got a big backlog of plane orders, which is really good. But the problem with Boeing is they actually don't get a lot of the payments until the delivery is made. So you'll see the stock move a lot when it says we beat deliveries or we got more deliveries done than what we expected. That's where you'll see the stock go up, because that's when it's actually getting its money in. When you hear orders, everyone's kind of like, yeah, that's a good thing, but we want to see the deliveries going up, because that's where Boeing gets the money in. So if you hear the stock not move off orders, that's why. And when you hear Boeing talk about deliveries and it goes up or down, that's the reason why it's going up or down, because deliveries is a really important part of Boeing's company, and these orders and deliveries have been going up and up. Even though it's just slightly missed its deliveries last year, it still did really well with the amount of deliveries that it did do. Because orders and deliveries are going up, there is more flights happening, and there's a lot more airplane companies starting up, and because of the more flights, more planes, there's orders, deliveries are going higher, and we're seeing a lot of Eastern countries that are getting more and more developed, especially like India. India has been a big part of Boeing's business recently because of the country developing so quickly and needing more planes. That's affected the company quite a lot. So the eastern side of the world really is needing more and more planes, and a lot of more companies starting up that are starting to go into the flight industry. But yeah, especially like India, they are ordering quite a lot of planes. China's another big one, so this is why we're hearing the China trade war really affect the stock, because China are ordering a lot of planes as well. But them two kind of areas, them two countries are making a big difference to Boeing, because there's more flights needed in and out of them two countries, as well as everywhere in the world. It's becoming more common and to just fly to places, so that's helping them quite a bit. Another thing that's been helping Boeing over the last couple of years is a lot of Western companies are getting really competitive now, and it's kind of like who can produce the best service to try and keep customers flying with them. So a lot of the Western companies haven't really upgraded their planes since 2008, and they were kind of on recovery mode because of people not really taking holidays through 2008, 2009, 2010. They got hurt quite a bit, and now that the airplane companies are starting to do really well again, they are in competition of who's got the best plane. There's the extras, so your TVs, your aircon, which really helps Boeing because they can charge more for the planes then. But because they want them extras, that means Boeing makes more money because of that, and because the Western companies really having a battle who can do the best service. You're getting your first class, your economy plus as well, and that's really helping Boeing because of all them extras that they're starting to do as well inside the planes and develop them to kind of do the best service they can for the competition, so they keep them customers. So because of the Western companies not really upgrading the planes so much over them for years, it's kind of catching up a little bit now, and they're all trying to compete on who's got the best planes really. The next one is a little bit of the fundamentals of the company. So the dividend growth has been really, really good, kind of going over this last 2 years especially. We're now paying $2.05 per quarter on a dividend. Previously it was something like around about the $1.70 mark or something. I put an image up showing its dividend growth over the kind of last few years. But it's just upping it, and I can see going forward it's going to up it. You know, potentially next year we're looking at about a 245 that they could be playing out per quarter. So as a dividend investor, if you're interested in that, it's a great dividend stock with the amount that it pays out. The PE is 30, which isn't too bad. I'd like to get it around about a 25p if possible, which I think is roughly 3.30 a share or something around that mark. So if we could get it for, you know, a 25p, that would be good. But a 30p isn't too bad on this company, especially when we look at these two. So the EPS is at 21.5%, which is really good. A lot of buyback programs that are running on Boeing right now. They're really keen on that, so it kind of suggests that they think the company's quite cheap overall. The revenue's at 7.2%. Now, one of my rules is that we have, you know, an EPS that is at 10% and above, and a revenue at 10% above. When you look at the EPS and the revenue is only short of 10%, just slightly, so we can let that one go a little bit. So overall, my kind of thoughts on Boeing going through 2019, if I'm going to be buying any shares in it. I do plan to buy shares in Boeing. If you watch this channel quite a bit, you'll know that I am going to buy shares in Visa. After I buy shares in Visa, Boeing is probably the next stock that I'm going to go for to buy shares in. Like I say, I'd like to get it to 330. I don't know if I will. But I think this stock would be a $400 stock if it wasn't for the China trade war last year. Long term, 2 years down the line, I believe Boeing is going to be a $500 stock easy. So I think there's a lot of potential for the stock to go up going forward, especially when you look at the EPS and revenue side of it. It's a really safe company. It's a great company to diversify that portfolio. It's a market leader. It's really hard for companies to get even close to Boeing at the moment, and how it's developing its country, you know, how it's developing its company. We've still got the Western companies that are still trying to put a lot of plane orders in. We've got developing countries still, they're needing more and more airplanes. So kind of like from the long term view, it's a safe company and it's going to carry on growing, I believe. So it's a very safe bet, and it's one that I would love to invest in. So you might hear Boeing mentioned a few more times on this channel, because like I say, it's a stock I would love to get in. Thanks for watching. Give the video a like. Thanks for all the support recently. It's the start of this January 2019 doing these stock market video. The support I've had from the viewers, you guys watching, has been amazing, and I've really enjoyed making them. So please keep doing that, and I'll see you on the next video.